NFL season. So lastly, are we ready for what I think is going to be Lions Eagles in the NFC Championship?
Those who regularly listen to this show know that I've said the Lions will be in the Super Bowl since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They should have been in the Super Bowl last year, except for some lucky stuff, butterflies and whatever, ladybugs, whatever. But they're now 10-1. Number 1 seed in the NFC. Eagles are 9-2, and the number 2 seed in the NFC. The number 1 seed is a little more risk. The Lions have a tougher schedule remaining and a harder division, I think.
They're the best division in football.
Packers are eating through right on their tail. What Vegas says, Vegas currently have the Lions as the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
Currently here today with the Chiefs at number 2 and Eagles at number 3.
That's interesting.
It should come no surprise. The Lions have the number 2 offense in the NFL, and the Eagles have the number 3 offense in the NFL.
Okay.
Thank you, Giants. The Eagles also have the number 1 defense now. We talked about in the offseason, again, people listen.
The Eagles, how
smart it was to build up their secondary, which they did, and they're playing very well. Making a huge difference. And I can't talk more good things about Zach Bond, their middle linebacker, who plays out of his mind. He's like a tiny version of Ray Lewis. He's all over the field. So
I mean, like you're saying, I don't see any other teams beating either one of those in that entire conference. And so, like I said, they know what they're doing over there. Of course, Saquon has been a difference maker. The draft has been good to them. The previous year was baby Rhino James Carter
playing very well too.
And then this past one, like you said, they built up that secondary. They got 2, not 1, but 2 of the best corners that were in the draft, and that's already starting to pay dividends for them on their defense. And like you said, Zach Bond, who they grabbed in free agency, former Saint, not playing very much over there. He's a 4th-year linebacker, and this year he's got 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and INT, 66 solo tackles, and we're not even. Well, we're more than halfway through the season, but it's not over yet. So that's just going to pile up.
Yeah, and it's getting better and better. He's a key part of that defense. I've enjoyed watching him play this year. And the Lions, no slouch either, right? Like you said, the only other 10-1 team in the league. St. Brown gets a lot of the attention, but Jameson Williams has complimented him well this season over there. It's Sonic and Knuckles.
And of course, that's the best backfield, of course, in all of football. And then I think
by ways
they've done it, even though Laporta kind of has disappeared. I think that's due to like some maybe lingering injury he's got going on. If they're not,
definitely
could be, but and then they suffered the loss of Aiden Hutchinson. They're still getting it done without him, with elite pass rusher
and the linebacker Anzalone, who's their guy, the long blonde flowing hair. For you guys who don't know, he's out there. He's done for the year as well, unfortunately. But they're playing fine.
10-1.
This week is a good one for them. We'll get to know a little bit more as they play a division rival, an old school division rival, and then their schedule going forward, which I have. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So upcoming, the Lions have the Bears on Thanksgiving. That's tradition. Okay. And Packers at home. Those 2, if they win both those, they pretty much have the division.
I think they're going to beat the. I mean, you know how I feel about the Bears already. So the Packers might be a challenge.
Packers at home. Bills at home.
Ugh.
At the Bears. At the 49ers. And then finish at home with the Vikings.
Okay, that's a really tough schedule.
On the flippy flop,
the Bears.
Our buddies, the Eagles, Sirianni and co. They have to go to the Ravens this Sunday. That's no joke. That's the Sunday.
I have some stuff on that later too on that game.
That's a fun one. All right, then after that, the home for the Panthers, win. Home for the Steelers.
I don't know.
At the Commanders, they're tough. They had almost an amazing comeback, not for a kicker. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Home for the Cowboys if they get, and then finish. Hey, like this one, home for the Giants to finish the season.
So not as hard.
Nowhere
as the
near
Lions.
as hard. A couple tough ones in there, but nothing like what the Lions have to go through. So the Lions are going to have to prove it. But